Like they say, if you don't use it, you lose it. Most of us, it's already gone. Hold yours. I'm trying to maintain, I'm on my A game. They say be mad, but we just tired of slave chains, handcuffs and stolen dreams, nightmares and broken treaties. Do your research, we'll free earth. You don't believe me, prophecies been spoken of. Who does it better than me? Properly like no one does. Search for safety, hurt his babies. This world's crazy, many think they're the same. So deluded, they get pissed on and think that it's rain. Yeah, they seek pleasure or they bring him his pain. I write from the heart with the ink in my veins. This pyramid is so lonely at the top of it. There's only 1 hour, humans think that it's the opposite. The judge gavel knocked that high on the biff from behind while he was living life high on the spliff. Bet you ain't never heard fire like this, not in your lifetime. Criticizing me like I'm not in my right mind. It ain't right, I'm in the mind of a law. They said Khalif the rain and bird, that's as fly as you are. Babies, grandparents is crazy, they can't stand it. The hatred, they can't manage the flame of the great candlestick. Illuminati torch flame, human body thought train. Way off track with the record, the wrong songs playing. Builders are now killers, punks is now shooters. With no heart, addicted to pills, that's our future now. Percocet, birth defect, organ theft, epidemics stolen from the homeless. There were hurricanes, but let's forget it. You'll only understand the lessons when you live it. This is an extra metaphysic. Go ahead and get a ticket to the 5th dimension. Lift the session higher. Hieroglyphic. Find me cracking hate statues. Cut the heads off your exhibit. The church closes doors and the poor. It's such sickness. Pastor in a mansion holding Africans for ransom. Uniform racist drugs in the packages they planting. Every day's a setup. Using art for target practice. Blame each other when we wet up. See the stars and all their vastness. The news is a lie. Turning devils into angels. Victims into villains. Sick and tired of being sick and tired of witnessing the killing. Prophecies of unfulfilling. Done with the disloyalty of niggerish committers. We'll forever be unstable till we reconnect the feeling. Believe it, we heaven's children. Come and let the sound take you zodiac round table. Hard to escape the balance. Damn, it's hard to awake the giant. In every state they wildin'. It's an insane asylum. It's an insane asylum. It's an insane asylum. It's an insane asylum.
Use my mind. Lose my mind, I will.
How was man created? Through the mind.
My mind's still intact, the science is that a lie won't survive once it collides with the facts. Like the light in the darkness on the mic, I'm an arsonist. My life is a large eclipse. Shadows that are cast on these mumble rap fans. Scared to tip the hourglass. Very ships with our past. Scientific's bound to last. When the mothers fall, love is all. Calculate the math. I always tell them the truth, they know to listen. My heart's concerned for the youth that go missing till their bodies end up in your Big Mac and Hell's Kitchen. It's help your health wisdom for homes with no fathers. A lot of them are forced to be out. It's your karma and nothing that can stop it. Face is slow arching, but so precise. I swear that each day it grows darker, but without it then the stars couldn't shine. You know, partner, I know many with college degrees. It's no smarter but slaves to their student loans. Musical clones get in the booth and throw stones from glass funeral homes. I shatter the illusion with this magic I'm producing. The facts so blurry that it's hard to define. It's Noble, Drew, Quetzalcoatl when the law all combined. Malcolm and Nat Turner couldn't kill as many demons as stepping in fat burgers. Destined to rap circles. Turtle Island turtles give my heart just to serve you. It's crazy, but insanity rules. Zombies playing the guitar in the valley of blues. If you true to yourself, tell me how could you lose? When everyone's pretending to have cowardly views, propagated by the news and the powers they abuse. The portal's open, it's time to go through it. The planets spin around in the skies, hold your blueprint. Learn your path, familiar it is, your soul knew it. Your hope drew it on the canvas of thought. Under occupation, many can't handle this talk. My words short circuit all the fallacy you taught. I leave it all behind. Astral travel at the corpse. Can't you see that I'm divine? Searching galaxies for sport, for the cavalry, of course. Cause the battle isn't lost. Ascended guides limit your eyes to see deeper. 12-year-olds roaming the street with street sweepers. Politics on both sides lie. We need neither. I was made by a body of facts. All agreeing I will bring the old prophecies back. Godzilla, well known for God bodying tracks, it's like Thriller. Mobile zombies buy their new phone from dope dealers. You tell the truth, it's like nobody believes you. You live in tune, it's like nobody can see you, but nobody can free you, but you is so lethal, so lethal, so lethal.
The mind has always been. There ain't never been a time when the mind was not. The mind is all there is. All of this is the mind. So, man is that word made flesh. That word, which before was a word, was an idea, and before was an idea, was a thought. Manifests itself all the way down from the mind, through the brain, through the spinal column, through the kidneys, through the liver, through the lungs, through the heart. So did we evolve from what? Man has always been man, and he will continue to be man.
Peace and blessings. Welcome to another episode of New Knowledge Radio. Place where knowledge is born. This is your host, Knowledge Born Alive. We here. Okay? We here. We here. Okay, I was searching high and low, to and fro, up and down, and in the cosmos, looking for one that could teach me and reach me and smack me upside the head when I get out of line. So we got the astrological, astronomical, phenomenal, magical, visionary, cosmo, physicist, genius in the building. Okay, it's still February. I'm celebrating Black History Month. She's celebrating Cosmic Future Month. Okay, we got it all together, combined in the line because we in alignment divinely. Okay, so because my honor and privilege at this time to introduce some, present to others, my favorite. Okay, if I was your best friend, I was around all the time. Okay. Sunshine Monie L of the Less Nobodies Collective Business Transformation Station and Celestial University. Okay. And Virgo Virgin Talk and Season of the Sun podcast and whatever. Peace to the God. What's today's mathematics?
Hey, peace, y'all. Today's mathematics 229.8. So we're on the last day of the month of 2. So the month of 2 was all about making sure your heart stayed light as a feather throughout all your different situations. It was all about the Libra scales, all about the Oba scales. You know how that goes. So if you look back on the different days and times and situations, pay attention to yourself. Like, what triggers my heart to callous? What triggers my heart to do this? What triggers my heart to be lighter, et cetera, because you're going to utilize that when we enter the month of 3, which is the space of creation. That you say things with all your mind, all your heart. Your mind should have been what we focused on last month in the month of 1 with January. So mind, heart, and now we're in the 3. So we're going to create with these 2 things: knowledge, wisdom, understanding. You feel me? So
That's it. Okay. Okay.
So the Holy Trinity is coming, and it's a beautiful time because you go into the spring equinox and they start playing with the clocks and all these fun things. We go into Aries, which is the solar plexus chakra, and Ogun. Boom, today's day, it's a day of reflection. We got that 2-9. 2-9 comes together, it's 11. So it's reminding you, did you master? Did you master this month? And how did you master? In what ways? This is a great space to give yourself grace, to give yourself gratitude, to give grace and gratitude to the people, places, things, and situations and events and challenges and, gifts and resources, etc. around you that have been, contributing to, your wants, needs, and desires. And that level of awareness is cool because it brings a sense of comfort and confidence, which is what you're going to need when we enter that Aries energy. When we enter Ogun, confidence is essential to the solar plexus chakra. So, utilize all these different, utilize this day of reflection. 9 also associates with the humanitarian energy, giving back and doing for others, philanthropy work and, you know, 2 and 9 is finding balance on that, how you give, and also are you allowing yourself to receive? Are you asking for support and things like that, which is something that I have been trying to exercise this month, because I know that on the over scales I don't do that too well. Um, but yeah, that was 2 9 together for 11 mastery, which is also 2. And then bring that into the month of 2. So you got 2 2, which is also a master number, but adding those together is 4. So 2 2 and 4 is like about building. It's about materializing. It's that cornerstone to all things, the brick, you know. So it's you, as you know, go back and reflect. And then it was like a divine alignment between the numbers and the planets. That's why I talk about the numbers and astrology at the same time, because while 2 is all about Taurus energy, as well with Oshan, as well as the Oba scales, which is the masculine and feminine side of the heart chakra. The moon, which is your Moja, was and did conjunctions with all of the planets this month. So for the first 2 weeks of February, you may have experienced, you know, heavy shifts with your third eye, with your feminine energy, your intuitive, emotional self. And that had a lot to do with those conjunctions happening during that, you know, that first and second decade of this month. In addition to that, 4. So we're materializing with all this knowledge that we've gotten together, all of these things, paying attention to your third eye with the moon conjunctions. The last couple of days have been Saturn conjunctions. We've had Saturn being in conjunct with Mercury earlier this week. So Saturn rules over your root chakra. So that's bringing you back to the fact that, you know, this last day of the month equates to 4. Saturn is a earth energy. It's a cardinal earth energy. So it's, you know, that's a 4. And it's also the root chakra is the cornerstone of you. And it just so happens to be that today the sun is conjunct Saturn. So your experiences on this day are aligning you with that 4. It may come in some spaces of challenges, especially if you allow yourself to be resistant to what needs to happen. But the challenges are for you to develop discipline, resources, boundaries, order that you need, you know, in your cornerstone to continue to build up on your other chakras, especially as we enter Pisces on the Vedic scale, which is the sun entering the Pisces constellation, which will happen like around the 15th or 16th of March. That's when we'll officially be in Pisces season, and that's when we'll officially enter the sacral chakra. And then on the tropical, of course, in our thoughts, we're dealing with Aries energy. Sorry. But yeah, so on this day, while the sun is conjunct Saturn, you're experiencing these challenges. Utilize that to help you alchemize your 4. So we're in the year of 8. This is the year of the dragon. So happy New Year, everybody. I ain't talked to y'all since like last, you know, moon year, but happy New Year, everybody. So we in the year of the dragon, and this is the year of luck. This is the year of transformations. This is the year of protective spiritual energy, because when we think about the history of the dragons are these big vicious creatures. However, they have soft hearts and they're nurturing, and they use that viciousness to protect and to, you know, help and assist. So, you know, that is the vibe for this year. And those who have been moving against it or still trying to maintain a lifestyle that moves against that type of energy, as you can see, Cat Williams, my fellow Virgo Life Path 11 friend over there, you know, showed us and, you know, set the snowball down the mountain. And you're going to see a lot more of that, because the year 8 is the year of transformation. We're talking about Scorpio energy. This is also the solar plexus chakra. This is the year of transformations, occultism coming to the forefront, and that's all occultisms, all occults, whether the ones you agree with, disagree with, etc., etc. It's also the year of the solar plexus chakra, confidence, courageousness. This is enforcement of law. This is when we get into Hera Kahuti, and this is the enforcement of the law of Mayat. So y'all better align yourself with Mayat this year, because anybody that's out of alignment with that law, you know, as you can see, started the year off, you know, and come to play with you. Oya is not here to play. Oya is associated with the number 8. Oya rules over the marketplace. Oya rules over the protection of elders and witches. So you know that all that energy is coming to the forefront as well. Again, the uncovering of secrets, birthrights is in order this year. So a lot of people getting in tune with their bloodline, their lineage, who they are as a person, as a spirit, you know, dispelling their straw man, you know, knowing what to call themselves in certain rooms to have certain conversations in their, you know, their right sound mind. And we love it here. And it's going to keep happening. So you can either be the resistance and keep moving in disbelief because you're still in the flow of the year, the age of Pisces, or you can get with it because we are in the age of Aquarius. And in alignment with 8, Pluto has entered Aquarius. That happened in January. And I'm sure you've seen the shift. Again, more of this occultism that's happening in Hollywood, the occultism that's happening in the government, the occultism that's happening between the police fraternities and the governments and the different countries and their alignments. Like all these things is coming out. Pluto entering Aquarius. Aquarius energy is the energy of the revolution, social awareness, social justice, finding a unique way, revolutionary way to go about socializing and the social awareness. And you'll see a lot more of that happening, transformations on late connectivity, sex, sensuality, you know, your confidence and bravery, which you find confidence and bravery in with the solar plexus chakra. Again, the occultism and the secrets, all those different things with Pluto and Aquarius. A lot of those things coming out. So a lot of these social circles and these friend circles, a lot of them are starting to experience transformations where a lot of them not cool with each other anymore. And it's like, oh, I knew you was doing illegal shit, so I'm finna tell you a business. You're gonna see a lot more of that happening in these different circles. And it's so that other transformations can come together. A lot of people, you know, 8, you got to think about how the figure 8 is. So those who have been at the below, you're coming up, and those that have been up, you're coming down. And what the 8 really wants to teach us is how to be in the middle. You want to learn how to move in moderation. Moderation is key here, because when you ask for too much, you're going to get it. But just know that low is coming too, and vice versa. So we move in moderation, we move in grace, you know, so slow and steady. I know a lot of people in the spiritual community that I am in have, you know, had Oya give us pregame the past few years with different physical ailments and things that prepared us for this year to move in moderation. We ain't got no fucking choice. We have to move in moderation. We have to move slow and steady, but we give thanks because we know that if, you know, XYZ didn't happen these past 2-3 years, we probably would be trying to go full speed ahead and hitting them high highs and low lows. So you know, peace to the spirit guides for slowing everything down and giving us the friction we need to, you know, not get hit too bad in that reflex or returned energy or whatever. But when that 8 and that 4 come together in today's date, that makes 12. So 12 is, you know, what is that? It's knowledge and wisdom, right? Which one is 1 and 2? I know it's knowledge, but what's 2? Wisdom or understanding? I forget. But
stop playing. You know what it is.
when you put those two together, you're gonna get the wisdom. I mean, you're gonna get the understanding. So I had a brain fart moment, excuse me.
Okay. I got you. Just remind you of you. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit. Thank you. So they come together, and this isn't a space that you could create. So, you know, again, pre-gaming us for the fact that tomorrow we enter in the month of 3. So today is actually all together. When you add everything up, it is 3. We give things that we get today to, you know, pre-game for tomorrow. But we're pre-gaming with that Sankofa vibe. I want y'all to, you know, vibe back and look at this entire month, reflect on your heart chakra and, you know, what makes it light, what makes it heavy. And as you reflect on those things, put that shit in your root chakra. Like, make that a part of your discipline and boundaries. I can't have this in my space no more. I want more of this in my space. This, that, and the third. Because, you know, there is a a connection between all your chakras, you know, especially when you get into the Kabbalah and the Netters and the, you know, the midways. And if y'all take one of my classes, we get into that later. But you know, and
Take
and
one of
the
them classes, okay?
yeah, take one of my classes. But yeah, you want to keep your heart as light as a feather. So what do you need to do that? And if you haven't been doing the work, today is the day you're going to experience these challenges that you need to experience to do the last little bit of work that you overlooked. So yeah, it's a good day. It's a day of 3.
That's the definition. If you ask God how she doing, she gonna tell you. And you better have time to listen because she got some game for you. Okay? That's why she my astrological, astronomical, visionary, cosmic, aligner, diviner, and corrector. Okay?
I try
And
my
she will
best.
with gratitude and pay pentacles to the witness. Okay? You're gonna get your just due right in your face. Okay?
Always, always.
That was my show on the Cosby Show. That was that Johnny said, and we will do it in your face. Okay? that was the thoroughest the Cosby Show ever got. That and you know having big fun at the wretched. I think those was the most thorough the Cosby Show is. And we will do it in your face. Okay?
I never had to do
So
nothing
yes.
behind my back.
Yes. So we celebrating you today. We celebrating you, okay? Your cosmic visionary self in divine alignment with the day and the time because, you know, since this month started, setting aside time to celebrate those who are making history in real time. And you definitely making history in real time at all times, okay? So we celebrating you, we celebrating your journey, we celebrating your elevation, we celebrating your devolution, we celebrating all of the alls, okay? All of the alls. So sunshine on the L, less nobody's representative, less nobody's president, less nobody's ruler, okay? What are your greatest lessons learned from your elevation journey thus far from then to now?
Oh, okay. You know, me personally learning about myself and my journey, um, just reflecting on it, I see the pattern with me declaring things and me receiving the challenges to see how much I want something. And I could
Wait,
see
wait, damn. Damn. Hold up. If we as humanity, quote unquote, guys, if we embrace that line right there, okay, you know, I know she got bars, okay, the illest one line ever that was forever, okay. Who? Please take this and clip that. Clip this part that you just said, like that right there. You became everybody's reflection out here at one time. So if they look in the mirror and they see themselves, be like, "Oh, I want this." But am I prepared for the challenge that comes along with that which I declare openly before the universe? Ooh.
because you're gonna get hit
Continue.
with it.
Continue. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet.
You definitely gonna
After,
get hit with them.
let me
And I
drop the
think
bomb real quick. You know it's in here somewhere. Let me get the bomb and then I'm gonna be quiet. I promise. I ain't gonna say that.
okay. Well, like once I saw that pattern, it made like accepting the challenges easier because I thought challenges were signs that like, okay, I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe that's why these things is happening. Like I'm being blocked from doing this for a reason. Or I would, you know, just get frustrated really easy and give up. But yeah, so I'm realizing that. And then I guess learning how to be more transparent or like I hate that word, but like oof, vulnerable. Made my chest hurt. I don't like there. But yeah, I'm a heavy earth sign, so I'm not walking around like the water, you know, crying on everything and everybody. But this month has been, you know, testing for me to learn how to be more open with people in my comings and goings instead of disappearing and then coming back once I got it all figured out and I feel better about myself. And honestly, I hated it. I don't enjoy it. Um, and just and now, you know, seeing the different parts that I don't like, you know, being able to nitpick like what parts about that don't I like, you know, now that I'm in this space, it's like, oh well, I don't like how it makes other people feel. Like, oh my God, Sunshine is going through something. What do we do? Like, I don't like doing that. I don't like doing that. And I don't like when people start tiptoeing their energy around me. That's not what so you know, just having, you know, those conversations with myself, seeing how like I try to like control, you know, interactions and comings and goings by doing that. I had somebody, I have like a lot of different like sound bites in my head, you know, of different conversations I've had. Like when I, you know, try to close up about what I'm going through, I'll hear Foxy in my head, like, oh my God, you're a manifester. How you gonna manifest shit if people don't know what you got going on and you don't tell nobody what you're trying to do? And I'm like, okay, cool. And then you know, I have, you know, people in my head like, we don't know what you got going on if you don't tell people. Like you gotta tell people what you got going on. But I just don't like to, you know, dump. But you know, that's a big part of my journey that I'm still in the middle of and I'm learning how to work through. And you know, so just know every time I message y'all about something I got going on, I had to swallow a lot of heart palpitations to do that. um Getting out of my head with marketing myself and putting myself out there and the things that I do, because people won't know about it if I don't tell y'all. And it's not really bothering people if they're around, if they choose to be around to, you know, receive. So that's a big thing, working on that. And being present is a big thing, because my mind always wants to be in the future, because I'm like, you know, this ain't it when I wake up and I'm looking, but then realizing that when I do that, I'm not moving in gratitude, I'm not being gracious, because I'm saying, you know, this ain't it, my present isn't good enough, my mind has to be on the future somewhere, or my mind has to be in the present, in the past somewhere, or on another country, on another island. Like, this here isn't good enough, and that's not, and this here is where my vortex is. So it's like I have to, move in gratitude in my spaces, even when I'm building for something else in another space and time, to still move in gratitude and be present where I'm at. It makes things move a lot differently. It makes it flow a lot differently. I open up different spaces that like allow me to actually be grateful in the present. You know what I mean? So that's the alchemy to that, that I've been playing with, and just like taking a deep breath and knowing that I can't I can't juggle a bunch of stuff at one time, paying attention to where my focus is. And my Mars is in Gemini, so that's why I do so many things, but while I'm doing one thing, another thing is happening over here and this is happening over there. And so giving myself grace to do one thing at a time, to focus on something and fulfill it. And then if I want to move on, or learning how to compartmentalize things. Everything can't be a hustle, everything can't be this, everything can't be fun, shit like that. Yeah, it's been a cool journey though. And just learning how to let go of control. Letting go of control has been the big thing for me. I'm not good at it. Well, I'm better at it now, being present, than I was once upon a time, and then having more awareness of the different ways I go about trying to be in control, like, actually not allowing people to see my vulnerable side, not allowing people to see, when I'm not doing well, or when I need things, or, when I'm trying to problem solve something by myself or whatever. Not allowing people to see that I'm, in control of a narrative of myself. I'm in control of my interactions with people and stuff like that. Like, just seeing like just like little shit like that I don't even think about. Like I never thought about that as like a control thing to me. Like, oh yeah, no, you are. And then so it was somebody on like an Instagram John that told me I was being phony. And at first I hurt my feelings, but I was like, I'm not phony. But then she was like, no, you are, because like you're not showing people all of you and who you really are. You're only showing people like the good parts you think people want to see, and then hiding the rest. Like that's phony. And I'm like, oh, all right, that makes sense. Cool. All right, cool. She didn't mean it in like a nasty way. That's just how we talk over here. So, don't take it that way. But that was something to think about, and so that's where I've been at too, like, trying to get out of that fear, because when I think about it, it is a fear. Like if I show you that I'm not, this person that has it all together, if I show y'all I don't, this shit be going wrong and that shit over there is fucked up and I'm fighting for my life over here and I got this stuff going over there, then like, what if they don't like me? What if, I don't know. I don't really care if anybody doesn't like me. I don't even know really why I don't want to do that. But like, it's just, I don't know. It is like a, I guess a fear sensation there. I don't know. But yeah, that's where I've been at on my journey. Just lots of awareness. And this month has been a really good reflective month on seeing the different things that piss me off, that make my heart change. And then really paying attention to the stuff that make me feel lighter. And just, I look forward to walking into this next month and really juggling the two, pulling the magician card on myself to get to that 3. And yeah, that's where I'm at with it. So like when I'm doing the astrological update and the mathematics and all that shit, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'll be downloading. I don't have a script or nothing. The only script I got is where the stars is gonna be at and what time they transiting. That's the only script I got. Outside of that, I be freestyling it, y'all. It be straight up download. So like a lot of the shit that I be saying when I be replaying it and stuff like that, that be stuff that I be needing for me too. And it just be like an added bonus that y'all heard it as well. So, I appreciate y'all for, being in alignment with me in that realm, because that don't be calculated on a physical level. That'd be like me being a funnel of thought.
Now that's your personal journey. Now, what about the collective journey of you working with people, working with clients, doing readings, all kind of stuff? What are some themes that are recurring? What are some things that are recurring that are positive, and some things that are recurring that are the other side of positive? I don't even know if we want to say negative. Things are what they are.
Yeah. I really don't see nothing as negative. I see, things moving how it's supposed to move. Like, okay, so Saturn is in Aquarius on the Vedic chart. I know it's in Pisces on the tropical. So in our mindset, it's challenges to the things that we've always believed in, But what's happening in the vortex is challenges happening to these, to the revolutionary energy and the social structures and all those things like that, right? So like that's happening. So like in these spaces, like I grew up a Disney kid or whatever. So that Saturn and Aquarius is happening to them Disney kids, where they're getting them challenges to their friends and their circles, and people coming out about their abuses and, revolutionary energy. You got the different, movements they having within their spaces. We don't know everything everybody doing behind closed doors, but they're experiencing that Saturn and Aquarius in their social circles. So in our space is that Saturn and Pisces, we experience it because it's like, damn, my whole childhood, I thought shit was sweet. I wanted to be a Disney kid. I always wanted to be on TV. I wanted to be on Nickelodeon. I wanted to be, on the different shows. I wanted to be friends with Keenan and Kel. I wanted to be on all that. I love improv. I'm a theater kid. I did theater for a very long time up into college. And, I want to be on TV and shit like that. I want to do all that shit. So, but that started as a childhood thing, but like seeing, with these kids in Nickelodeon and Disney Channel and all these spaces, what they experience or whatever, that's a Saturn to my Pisces. And that's what's happening for a lot of people. Like they starting to see these different things. Some niggas is glitching where it's like, oh my God, they're like, oh my God, I can't believe these things is happening, et cetera, et cetera. Some people are learning how to accept it and adapt to it and applying transformation to it. And then some people are just like, you know, I'm not going to give it up, you know, and they, you know, ultimately become resistance as well. That's on a collective scale with that. Also on a collective scale, you know, I think I won't say it's like the same one too, but like I said, we in the year of the dragon, it's the year 8 and transformations and stuff like that. So, you know, business is on the forefront, how we go about doing business, whatever that may look like to you. You know, Oya is ruler of the marketplace. So as a collective, I would say moving more towards like, you know, having some sense of business sense. Y'all know I'm a big fan of unity. I ain't really stopped my my mission statement with nobody yet, as far as like, you know, all these different organizations and businesses and communities and off-grid communities and spiritual organizations and businesses. Like, it's, you know, it's past due time for us to collectively come together. But we spent the year 7 aligning with spirit. This year 8, it's time to enforce the things that we got from spirit. All the downloads we got last year, the different spiritual experiences, all that stuff like that. This year is the year of enforcing those things. It's time to enforce Maya. And you can either be the resistance, where you like, oh, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I ain't even gonna read the 42 laws. I don't give a fuck. Okay, go ahead, be the resistance, where you see how some of these people are, they ending up in jail. They thought that they can skip some of them laws. They thought they could cherry pick some of them laws. And you're going to see that with a lot of these folks on Instagram that y'all been following behind, because they wear turbans and crystals and shit. You're going to see that a lot with a lot of folks. Want to know why? Because they don't follow all 42 laws. They pick and choose which ones they want to follow. And so they finna get caught up with the ones that they didn't. And while you can agree with parts of their teachings and their lifestyle, understand that some parts of their lifestyle wasn't in alignment. And give it grace, because they're getting the lessons that they need. The sun is in Aquarius. You know what else is in Aquarius? Karma. Karma is self-explanatory, but it's an asteroid. That asteroid is also in Aquarius over there with Saturn and with the sun right now, and also with Mercury and Venus about to be in alignment. So all your personal planets about to receive the karma that it deserves. So you're going to see more things bouncing back. So if you've been putting good energy out there, you've been determined, you've been focused. That's why I say all that juggling. Everybody think it's cool to have 30 different LLCs and hustles and da-da-da-da. You're not focused. The universe don't know what the fuck to give you. And then, you know, you think you got burned out. The universe got burned out too. So at a certain point, your vortex all trafficked up. They ain't even going to hand you nothing else no more. You doing too much. You got too many windows open. You know, this is the law of physics. No two things can sit in the same place at the same time. So like certain things you got to learn how to let go to make room for the things you want. And with that comes focus. You have to focus like, okay, so which things am I willing to cross off of my to-do list? If not forever, at least for right now, like be present. What can you do right now? And that's important. That's important to focus on one thing that you could do right now, because that's going to attract you to the other pieces that can do the other things for you. So where you don't have to juggle all the shit by yourself. It's time to enforce Maya. In spaces of Maya is collective energy, community, right? Communing, coming together, supporting each other, protecting each other, nurturing each other, all those things in alignment. So again, you can be the resilience, and you see that, or you could be neutral. Okay, you want to be neutral. You want to be like, oh, I'm a good person. I don't have to do all of that because I'm a good person. Guess what? Your ass still gonna get smacked, because 8 is extreme. 8 is dramatics. 8 is extremities. And you know what else is also over there? Pholus. Pholus is by Pluto. Pholus is also an asteroid. And what the story of Pholus is, it enhances whatever planet is nearby. So Pluto is already an extreme planet, creating transformations and revolutionary energy, straddling between Capricorn on the Vedic and Aquarius on the tropical. So, you know, with Pholus nearby is exasperating that already extreme shit. So extreme storms coming. Y'all better get in alignment with nature. Y'all want to stick to these jobs and stuff, knowing that a storm coming? Go ahead, do your thing. that being out of alignment with nature and how nature flows is going to get you real sick. So you want to eat shit out of season. You want to behave out of season. You want to act like it's the middle of the summer when it's the middle of the winter. Yeah, you're going to get hit real hard, real quick. You're going to get real sick. Whether there's a body ailment, a crazy ass event that happens that pushes you back, whatever. And you know, but you a good person, right? You Switzerland. Go ahead, be Switzerland. Switzerland not exempt from getting smacked in the face neither. You know, casualties happen. Go ahead, be neutral if you want to. Now, if you flow, which is what I suggest, I highly suggest flowing, you're going to experience what you need to experience with this energy. You know, you're going to receive the challenges, like I said in the beginning, like receive the challenges. You said you wanted this thing, you focus, you determine, your electromagnetic field is opening up this vortex. Okay, you got to know that a lot of the things that we want and a lot of the things that we're trying to do has never been done before. We can look at the past and look at those blueprints and say, oh, I like the way, you know, our ancestors did this way and that way, but it wasn't perfected back then. It was still some moral and ethical codes that was kind of fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So we have to, first of all, keep it real with ourselves. This whole, like, you know, false sense of our history is wild. Like, it's like, I get that. I get the timeline, you know. It's like when you're yearning for that lineage, like I'm a foster child, and in my mind, my parents are these amazing people, and we're gonna be great when I meet them, and it's gonna be awesome. And I just have this fantastical image of my parents, and I'm not keeping it 100 with myself with my parents, how my parents are. Because if my parents were so great, I wouldn't be in this position that I'm in now, would I? So that's how we have to think about it. Does that mean when you meet your parents be disrespectful and all that shit? No, that's not what the fuck I'm saying. Respect, because it was a whole lineage and bloodline and situation and events that led up to you even existing. But know that you exist to do something different. 8 rules over sex. What does sex produce? People. None of us would be here without cum. Okay? So knowing that, know that you are the transformation. You are the power. You are the heir. You are the throne. You are the birthright. It wouldn't be none of that without them, though. So we give thanks and we look at the blueprint. We look at the skeleton of our ancestors and everything, but know that you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't have been conceived if they didn't need transformation. You understand? You have that birthright. You are the heir to create that transformation. And you're going to see that with a lot of folks too. A lot of people that just wanted to sit in a time capsule and go back in time and live out that whole lifestyle. That whole lifestyle can't exist today because it was morally and ethically fucked up. There was parts of it that wasn't okay and it's not acceptable. We say being present, we've gotten softer. No, we've gotten more ethical. We've gotten more empathetic. We've gotten more sympathetic. We crave unity now more than we did before. We crave all these things, and we're such kind of people that we want to look at history like it was. And it wasn't like that. We had riches and shit. We had shit together. We was on top of our shit. But this soft shit, we didn't have this soft shit. But could you imagine if we had what they had back then? We have the intelligence and the capabilities to manufacture all that shit right now with the soft shit. You get what I'm saying? We didn't have all that back then. We were just like, oh, I can conjure up shit. And they was using their magic for war. They was using that magic to hurt people. They was using it for revenge and conquering lands and borders and empires and dynasties and killing other people's bastard sons. And y'all think polygamy was cool? Polygamy wasn't cool when you wanted your son to be the throne and this bitch over there just had a baby boy and he kind of cuter. He a little smarter looking and stuff. Like, that shit ain't cool. People was making up poisonous shit to poison the baby over there so that we gonna guarantee to throw my sons. Like, but we wouldn't do that shit today because we like, no, that's not cool. These is kids. They babies. We love everybody. Da, 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 da. Okay, so we could do what we did back then with the new spiritual level and the new mindset and the stuff that we have now. And we got different levels to share okay, we got people that's still militant and stuff like that, but it's still certain shit that they just wouldn't do that once upon a time they would have fucking did without blinking an eye. And, you know, that's where we at now. That's the transformations we bring in, you know, with the past now. We just have more, you know, more sympathy, more connectivity in our heart chakras for one another. And that's important. And those that's not flowing with it, you know, and that's the enforcement of Maya. When you look at the laws of Maya, a lot of it has to do with those elements and things like that. You know, how you feel about yourself, how you treat yourself, how you feel about others, how you treat others. And it's not just humans, it's animals and plants and, you know, the air and the water and all those different things. And then also back then, you know, there are some people that were unified, but we was also tribal. We was heavy tribal. But now look at all of y'all. We can sit here and say, oh, I'm a Native American, I'm indigenous over here, and I'm indigenous to Africa, and I'm indigenous to the islands, and I'm indigenous. Like, I'm all of these tribes in one. All of these tribes over the generations, you know, came together in their bloodlines for different reasons. Some of the reasons fucked up. But for different reasons, all the different bloodlines came together. All the bloodlines that once upon a time were determined to stay separate. And now they together and they made us. So we could say we all these things. And that's a big reason why we scream unity how we do now too. Because why couldn't we? Why couldn't we if I'm all these tribes in one? Why can't I have all of? We can't beef no more. It makes no sense. It makes no sense to say, oh, your tribe over there on Turtle Island and my tribe over here and in Africa somewhere. Like, it makes no sense to do that no more. We everything now. So that, you know, that's something that we didn't have back then either. So, you know, we can move different. We can move more in unison now. It's more connectivity, it's more unity, it's more emotional situation, and it's time to enforce that shit. And then when we get to the year of 9, then we get into 9. There's no number higher than 9. We're reborn. We get our you know, now in 8 we're in the conception stage. You know, we sex in all 3, 6, 5. Conception. It's fun here. So this is the sex year, and then next year we birth the baby. So what kind of sex you trying to have? Like, is you trying to have that drunk, mindless sex where you have a baby you ain't really fucking want, that you got to spend the next 18 years paying for and shit? And it looked like the enemy. Like, damn, you look just like the mom. You look just like them niggas. I ain't even want to be bothered with them niggas. Or is you know, having intentional intercourse? Are you being intentional? Are you being determined? Are you being focused? Or is you out there juggling everything and you about to have like 10, 20 babies next year because you don't got no focus? You want to share your seed everywhere. You know, that's on you and where you want your energy to be and what you want to create. But have that level of awareness, and every month we go into is a different theme and a different way you're going to approach that. That idea of conception. You know, this past month, it was the conception with your heart, where your heart at. What do you need in your heart? What do you need to take out of your heart? You know, where you spiraling in your heart that leads you to certain things and realizations and moments, especially to yourself, because you control your electromagnetic field. So like, if you looking in the mirror, you having the moments where you just start downing yourself and start depressing yourself and suppressing yourself, you got to have that conversation. Like, what even led up to me even feeling this moment? Like, what led up to this conversation with myself that got me feeling like this? Now, why did I just do that to myself? What's going on? What I got to do different for that not to happen? You know, same thing when you're around other people. You might get a hint of jealousy or something. Somebody do something, you like, nah, fuck that, whatever. Da-da-da-da. Well, what just happened in that moment? What made you do that? Is that something you want to keep conceiving? Is that something that you want someone to conceive around you? You gotta have those conversations with yourself, because we about to enter the month of 3. This the month of creation. We start, you know, the soil start melting, start softening up for us to plant. You see the seeds of flowers started growing by about ready. You know, I live in Jersey, so shit be ready to grow out here. And we already got the fucking flowers growing out the dirt and stuff. The bees done came back a couple weeks ago. Well, it's this one bee that's always bothering me when I'm outside praying. But my man's came out early and he be out there every day. So like people is coming out. They showing us that the creation is coming. You know, they already pollinating and the tree jizz is about to start being in the air. What kind of jizz you about to put in the air? You know what I mean? Like, what kind of bees is you trying to attract? What kind of, you know, what do you want to pollinate? Like, have that mindset. We about to enter the energy of Nana and Ishtar. That's all about sex and conception and receiving, and there's rabbits everywhere and stuff like that. Like, what you want to do? What do you want to do? And I hope y'all did the heart work, because you got to say it with your whole heart what you want to do. Now, if you spent all last month ignoring your emotions and your feelings and, you know, moving kind of funny, it's going to be a little difficult the first couple of days until you get yourself on track. You know, the universe always gives us opportunities to realign ourselves, and we give thanks. But yeah, it's time to figure that the fuck out. Now it's time to figure that the fuck out, because I'm not trying to spend the next 18 years paying for a baby that I didn't ask for. I am not. And that's what it's gonna be. Pluto gonna be in Aquarius for the next 18 years. So that's exactly what it's gonna be. Did I answer your question?
Did I answer your question? Who's she talking to? She be talking to me in front of company. You be talking to me greasing in front of company like that. Answer your question. So what's next for you? Let's Nobodies as a movement, as an army, as a staff, as a label, and a motherfucking crew. Okay, if you want to be down with Let's Nobodies, then come on too. Okay.
Okay, for real, for real.
I tried to ride a little bit. I'll leave it to y'all. Y'all got it.
I do a lot of things. But they all focus though. I just told y'all to focus. I be focused. Okay. So I do teach energy awareness. And I do this through the Safe Space Certification Group. If y'all been, you know, tuned into Do the Knowledge Radio, I'm sure y'all met Mahatma Starseed. And I'm the vice president of her business, JDL Enterprise, and I teach my energy awareness course through her certification program. So if you want to learn how to align your planetary placements with your chakras and the science behind all that, that's what my course is focused on, aligning your charts with your chakras and your netters and things like that. But like, what you get out of that is you also get the astrology knowledge that y'all looking for. Y'all also get the numerology knowledge that y'all looking for. Y'all also get the tarot knowledge that y'all looking for. However, the focal point is for y'all to have energy awareness overall. But you will receive all of that knowledge in alignment with that. So I teach that course. So reach out to me or Mahatma Starseed to, align yourself with the Safe Space Certification Program if you're interested in learning that. Yes, you have to do the whole course to get access to what I do. You have to put in the work. I don't play no games. This is like they don't know yet, but I move like a teacher, and it will be structured.
You're gonna learn that.
You're gonna learn. You want the information, you gotta do the work. We're not just handing that shit out so y'all could do whatever, and then say Sunshine taught me. Nope, we're not doing that. So it's a divine alignment. So that's where we at. In addition to that, I have a new music project coming out on March 19th, which is the spring equinox. I'll be putting out Virgo Sunshine. So that is my new alias. I'm doing the MF Doom dang dang. Shouts to the ancestor. And Virgo Sunshine is a new song. Yeah, she's a big hip hop head, and she brings me back to my college rapping days, the sound that I had back then, in alignment with Sunshine Monie and who she's become now. So this is a nice mixture of the two vibes. So Virgo Sunshine is the name. And I'm very excited about this music project. I made one of the beats on there, and it's my first time making a video. So it's
so we're doing a listening party over here. You know what I'm saying? On that Knowledge Born Day. I'm asking, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I would love to.
I love Knowledge Born, you know what I'm saying? It's the Knowledge Born Day. You know what I'm saying? So we can make Knowledge Born in no limited time, you know. So.
All right, y'all. So save the date, March 19th. We out here listening party. That'll be the release and the first time it will be heard. It's gonna be a great time. I'm very excited about that. In addition to that, y'all already know I be in the All Natural Corner store, you know, like Sunday through Sunday, basically, minus a couple days. But I make tea blends here. I make capsules. I make herbal blends you could put in your water bottles, and I make tinctures and oils. I also have my crystals here that I make. So, you know, y'all pull up anytime y'all want. 12 Charleston Road, Willingboro, New Jersey. Also, every first Saturday, which this Saturday coming up, I do an open mic here. So we have an open mic night here every first Saturday. I'm excited about this one. Also, so I got the music, I got the store, I got the classes. That's pretty much it. Because I'm focused now. I'm very proud of myself. I've been focusing myself. Oh yeah, and I got the podcast. So
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but you know, I was listening. I wasn't gonna say nothing.
I've been learning how to consolidate my energy. So, you know, another way that I teach is through my podcast. So Seeds of the Sun is returning. We have to communicate about that, but the communication works. Me and Foxy have been chatting, trying to figure out a schedule. You will see me on Pornoria Starseed as well. The planetary forecast is popping off this weekend. Beginning the spring equinox, I'll be bringing back the Sunday sermons. If y'all didn't know, I am an ordained minister. I'll be out here ministering. And I align all, you know, religious, spiritual studies in alignment with science and things like that. I love what I do. I'll be here for it. And that's also another way to, you know, get some insight on how I align the stars with your planets through the sermons. And so I said the planetary forecast, the Sunday service, Virgo Virgin Talk is returning this month as well. So the spring is springing and the podcasts are returning. And so we got the podcast, we got the music, we got the jewelry and the herbs. And this month, I'm trying to get my personal root chakra in order. I am accumulating funds for the Nobodies van. And I'm trying to get this tour going for the Cosmic Nobodies Convention, which I already know is every last Saturday of August. And we are still in nomination phase. And I'm in the process of doing the flyers for my nominees, and we'll have the interviews out for the Cosmic Nobodies coming soon on Do the Knowledge Radio. But right now, I'm trying to put together a tour. I'll be in Massachusetts at the end of this month. I'll be in Connecticut, Massachusetts. I'll be in Memphis in the beginning of April. I'll also be in New York. I'll be in Jersey, of course. And I'm supposed to be in Georgia between April and May as well. So the tour is happening, trying to get the funds up to get this bus to make the transportation a lot smoother for myself and the equipment and my belongings and the people that's coming with me. So I have a GoFundMe set up for that. And it's also putting money towards Arizona. So the money that we make from the tour and all these different things is going towards building towards Arizona. I finally am mustering up my confidence again to try to reconceive this baby. Hopefully I don't get hit by any more vehicles. I don't know what the fuck that was about. But keep y'all cars the fuck away from me. But yeah, so that is what I'll be conceiving throughout the month. My main objective of conception is this bus for the tour, and you know, I'll be doing the podcast and the classes, and I do readings where I align your natal charts, your progressive charts, whether it's the tropical, Vedic, or draconic. I align them with your chakras. And I tell you, you know, the different things you could do and how they intertwine and support each other, and the maleficent and the beneficent. And I do get into the nakshatras with it and the numerology with it and everything like that. Depends on what package you want. I started at a simple package that starts at $33, and we can go up to like $555. It depends on what you want. And I think I got an 1111 package too. If you want the whole shebang with the whole numerology and all your charts together, that's 1111. So I do take payments. I also barter. That's something that I find a lot of joy in doing. I would like to get into a space where I'm like a vital statistics type of person. And I'm like, you know, when a baby is being born, I do the natal charts for you and your partner and the different patterns you're going to go through with the baby and stuff like that. And then, you know, like at the end of their life, do like a north node, south node situation, draconic situation, where we kind of like, you know, set intentions for where you could go in your next life. You know, based on your chart and stuff. I don't know. That was a thought that came to me a while ago, and I was like, "Oh, I like that. That sounds cool." That's definitely some like Virgo or Legua shit. Yeah. Right now, I'm just doing the readings, and I also do the therapy sessions, which I kind of prefer more than the readings, because the therapy sessions we can focus on one compartment of your chakra each session, and you know, ultimately like build you up from there. And I can get more thorough with you. You have more time to ask me questions and do a, you know, bounce back and forth and information. I am a teacher, so I do give assignments into our next session. And, you know, you do have to have a journal that you keep throughout our sessions and stuff like that. And I do enjoy to do that. And I also do that in alignment with the Safe Space Certification group. So if you wanted the classes and the therapy sessions and get Safe Space certified and get energy awareness certified, among all the other things that's going on within the Safe Space Certification group, I highly recommend joining that organization, because I do big things in there and it's a good time. And I think that's everything.
It's your show. It's your show.
I'm really excited about my music project, though, guys. I hope y'all like it. It's not it doesn't sound anything. If you like the different video clips I've been sharing lately and stuff, then you'll like it. It's nothing like what I've been doing before. It's still affirmations and shit. I stay, you know, in alignment. I'm trying to stay with my yacht as much as possible. 100% is the motherfucking goal. You hear me? Stay with my yacht. I'm a work in progress. I really been, you know, doing my 1-2s, so I could do these 3s.
Hey. All right. So, final thoughts in your celebration. Final message, and tell people where they can find you, how they can support you, and you know, send that $1 million that you require for what you're doing. Not that you need, okay? That you require for what you're doing. All right.
Okay. So you guys can follow me. That's my Instagram label down there. Let's Nobody's Business LLC. You can email me if you want any further information on anything that I said at letsnobodies@gmail.com. I am This Sunshine Monie L. You can type that into Facebook and it'll pop up. You can also type that on any music streaming platform. Also, if you like to put music on your Instagram reels or your TikTok things and stuff like that, you can type that in and my music pops up, so you can put me in your videos too. Those are the different ways
all
that
up in the videos, okay? All up in the video.
I also do songs for podcasts. You got a podcast, you need a theme song, hit up a goddess. I'm here for it. But that's what I got. That's how you guys can find me and stuff. And you know, just ease on down the road. You know, don't you carry nothing that might be, you know, put your left foot first and the right gonna follow. We love it here.
I love that. Thank you
I was
for
watching
your time.
Spoke to my spirit.
You was watching what?
I said I was watching that movie recently. I went down the spiral of musicals because that Jennifer Lopez joint came out, and that shit spoke to my heart chakra. I really fucks with that. Shouts to Jennifer Lopez for being vulnerable. We hate it. We hate vulnerability. We love it there. We do though. You do it. You did it, girl. And that just put me down the spiral of musicals. And The Wiz was the next one I did. And did Kai Zodiac do a thing on The Wiz yet? Did y'all do a thing on The Wiz yet?
Not yet. Not yet.
Oh, all right.
It's
So
coming.
I need an invitation on that joint because I was up there watching it with a whole set of eyes. I was like, oh my God. It came right on time too. My heart was about to get calloused. It was wild. Yeah.
Yes. They be trying to front on me when I be talking about the Wiz. I be going down the Wiz rabbit hole. Okay.
Oh, that's my favorite movie. That inspired my first EP.
I got suspended from school. That's how close I was to the Wiz. Okay. Look, hey,
I love that movie. That inspired a lot of the bars, a lot of the sound choices and stuff that I did with the first EP. I love it there.
Yes. Shout out to my homie, the hip hop oracle, J Butter L. Y'all seen her over here. You know what I'm saying? She doing all of the remixes that they was doing the Oz, the red, the gold, you see what I'm saying? The green. She got them, she flipping them like that, okay? So yes. Thank you for your time, for your energy, for your service, for your love, for your sacrifices, and for your reciprocity, okay? For your reciprocity, okay? For being astronomically, astrologically fly, divine, and always on time, okay?
I love it here. It's always a great time, and I'm glad to be getting back to the podcast and stuff because I miss y'all. I be over here like, the winter time is so slow.
Really, I'll be out looking. I'll be like, it be us never I did that with Roxy. I did it with Roxy, so I got to do it with you because y'all, you know, got to do it together with my fam. Okay, look, I love you, God. Continue to be great. Continue to be powerful. Okay, and stick to your meiotic scale of space so you can ascend greatly and higherly and all of that. Higherly, I don't know if that's a word, but it's a word.
We're gonna make higherly. Let's go.
Yes. We out, y'all. Peace.
Hey, Sunshine Monie with the affirmations to enjoy your day with Sunshine Monie. You are listening to Chakra Music. I came through with intentions of destruction. You said you wanted freedom, well it's me then that you wanted. I moved in gratitude as my soul was being summoned. The consciousness has returned, Christ is really coming. I make these flows for the souls that's rich in indigo. I make some goals for they glow since they was embryos. Access the records, they lectures, keep your principles. Enemies infect you, don't let them reach your pinnacles. Reversing curses that's embedded in religions. They wound up in your soul, that's why you feel in tension. I'm remixing declensions before Sumerians existed. It's something in the water, don't get caught, you'll get acidic. I bury enemies, pay pinnacles to the witness. You say my name in threes, I appear in your vision. Write Iliads in me, I'm the witcher in your system. Silly as can be, there's no opposite in infinite. I'm the goddess of crossroads, touching all directions. With the skull and crossbones that call to the vexes. I applaud the protectors, I'm the god of inflection. They see the demon in me and still pause the respecters. I need no translation, vibrating from universe. My throat mansplaining while my yoni do the work. Mask off, crowns on, bombshell on all the arts. Mask off, crowns on, bombshell on all the arcs. Mask off, crowns on, bombshell on all the arcs. Mask off, crowns on, bombshell on all the arcs.
Enoch 7 prophet, move like the full winds do. My energy is useful, my thoughts are old school. So I move with a Bob Slim. Say I'm sexy, haircut like Anita Baker, real lovely. Caught up in the rapture, it's kinda risque. Kisses and faces on public is real frisky. Touche.
You are listening to Chakra Music.
Mask off.